What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a great day. So, the deadline for your guys' questions to be turned in has finally arrived. I know I sound like a damn teacher saying that. Oh, the deadline to turn your homework in. Whatever. um, yeah, the deadline's here, and I've got your questions gathered up here. Most of them I have seen. Here in about the last couple hours, I have received a few questions that I haven't actually looked at yet. Judging by some of the people, some of the names of the commenters, I'm kind of filled with dread when I eventually get to those questions. So why don't we just go ahead and get into this? So our first question is from Crystal, and she asks, if you could meet any actor slash actress, who would you choose and why? And also, if you could meet any musician, who would it be? The actors, that's an easy one. Tom Hanks. He's just my favorite actor. Every movie he's in. Well, actually, I take that back. The Circle is kind of shitty, but yeah, that one's not very good for not that movie doesn't look great on his resume. But you have so many movies that look great on his resume. Forrest Gump, Castaway, Saving Private Ryan, The Green Mile, The Terminal, The Burbs. Road to Perdition, Angels and Demons, Big, and there's just so many brilliant movies that he's in that I just like. There's even more than that, but those are just kind of I guess, the most talked about ones. There's so many great ones, and I think I own pretty much all of his movies on DVD. Other than The Circle, I don't own that one because I don't like that one. But I would just meet him because he's just got such a great resume of movies, and he's just a humble human being. I think he's a national treasure, man. He is just so humble. One of the most just well respected actors in all of Hollywood. I just love Tom Hanks. It's gonna be a sad day when we lose him. And musician, I got a couple. Nah, I gotta pick one. And this one's gonna be a little bit weird because, I did a video a few years ago with this band, I gave them a negative review, but, my color, my perspective of them was colored by a lot of the internet because I used to be somebody that's very easily influenced by other people on the internet. I'm not anymore because I just don't give a fuck what people say on the internet anymore. But there was a time where I did, and I left a very negative review in a video about Slipknot. Now, I had to really take a step back and realize that I owed a lot to Slipknot because when I was in middle school and early high school, man, Slipknot was just like all I fucking listened to for a while. And I would say the musician I'd have to be able to meet would be Mick Thompson because you know what? I wouldn't even be playing guitar right now if it wasn't for Mick Thompson. I could say Kirk Hammett from Metallica as well, or even Jeff Hanneman from Slayer. I know those are kind of like basic, like entry level type bands and whatnot, but I owe a lot to Mick Thompson. He had the look, he had the style. He's a very solid guitar player, and if I was to meet Mick Thompson, I would say, hey, I owe a lot to you, man. Just definitely. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't. I had to really take a step back and realize that Mick Thompson was a huge influence of mine. And I had to eventually, like I said, get away from the toxic internet because that felt like they were forcing an opinion that I didn't really hold on me, and I had to voice an opinion that I didn't necessarily, possess. But that is what it is. I've come around to loving Slipknot again because I feel like I'm allowed to now because I don't give a fuck what these people on the internet say anymore. Matt Carl. Asking Alexandria or Bring Me the Horizon? Okay. Well, neither. I guess there was a time in my life years and years ago now where I did fuck with Bring Me the Horizon. I don't anymore. I really don't listen to Bring Me the Horizon. I never really cared for Asking Alexandria, like, at all. There was, like, the songs I knew from Asking Alexandria would have been, like, Stand Up and Scream and Not the American Average, and just I don't really like their style. But Bring Me the Horizon, man. I will say that if their music comes on, their older stuff, I don't necessarily still enjoy it, but I can't help but, like, off the album There's a Hell, Believe Me, I've Seen It, There's a Heaven, Let's Keep It a Secret, which is one of the most pretentious album titles I've probably ever heard. I wish this computer would stop doing this. Jesus. Um, any song on that album kind of does bring back memories of, hanging out with one of my friends in school who was into, like, all the scene core bands and whatnot. Like, he was, like, into the Devil Wears Prada and Asking Alexandria and Bring Me the Horizon, and he was, like, really into Make Me Famous and whatnot. And, I never really liked that style all that much. Now, I'm not saying I don't like metalcore. I just, that style, that era of metalcore, I just wasn't really being in. But I'd have to say, if I had to pick, if you were pointing a gun to my head, tell me to pick between Asking Alexandria or Bring Me the Horizon, I guess. But, that's not really saying much. All right. So we got a fucking list of questions here from my good buddy Jack Grimson. He says, would you ever do a creator ranking? Oh, yeah, definitely. You actually have given me an idea. I'm going to fucking break this computer. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Dude, I really don't. I really don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say the egg. But then again, something had to have spawned the egg. This is where it gets into like a religious thing, like, well, God created this, and then some people say, well, no, the Big Bang Theory, this and this and that, and I'm not sure if I'm in a state of mind to have that type of debate. So in my honest, really, really uneducated hypothesis, which I understand that is an uneducated hypothesis is completely antithetical to what the word hypothesis stands for. My completely uneducated and uninformed opinion, I'd say the egg. I don't know. If you were to co-star in a film, would you be who would be your co-star, director, and genre? Feel free to add other crew if you want. So if I was to co-star in a film, who would be your co-star? Well, I would love to star in a movie with Tom Hanks, but I don't think I would be the same caliber of an actor as him, so I'd have to kind of lower my ceiling a little bit here, and I guess I really liked, I know my opinion on the Halloween Ends has really changed. It's not really changed. Like, I don't think the movie's very good, but I had fun watching it, really, and there were some areas that I liked, and the guy that played Corey, I thought the actor that played him did really well, and he kind of reminded me of me a little bit, so I think that I would be able to build chemistry with that guy, because, I don't know, there's just something about that guy, the actor, who, he was kind of, I feel like he's a good actor, he was just kind of thrown into a shitty movie with that movie. That's really the only thing I've seen with him, and I gotta check out some of his other work. Who would my director be? Fuck me. Well, genre. I guess I have to pick a genre. I'd say a thriller. Well, let's make it a thriller. And my director would be... Who's really good at directing thrillers? Fuck. Who's a good director that does thrillers? I was gonna say Christopher Nolan, but I don't think that would be very realistic. I'm not even really that big of a fan of Christopher Nolan as it is. Matt Reeves, the guy that did the new Batman movie. Matt Reeves. I feel like Matt Reeves would... I feel like I could... if I was ever in a movie, I think a Matt Reeves movie would do really... I'd do good in. I just like his directing style, man. I like Matt Reeves. Have I watched Phone Booth yet? I have, and I liked it quite a bit. I really enjoyed it. I actually went out and bought it on DVD, too. So, yeah. I don't remember if I bought the DVD and then watched it, or watched it and then bought the DVD. I can't remember which order it went in. And are you going to let me borrow that Pearl Jam CD? No, but I will tell you that I'll fucking buy you one and mail it to you, but I'm not giving you mine. So, sorry. All right, I got to go to the... Oh, no. We got one more. What is it? I got two more. I'm trying to... Stop it! Okay, these are both from Greg Shoemake. So the first one is, what size condom do you wear? I'm actually not sure, but if you ask your mom or your wife, they'd probably be able to tell you. And he has another question. Who are your three favorite players from, because he knows I'm a Tennessee sports fan, who are your favorite players from the Tennessee Titans, the Nashville Predators, and the Memphis Grizzlies? Well, I really like on the Titans. I'm really a fan of what's his name? Kevin Byard. He's a just I can't remember if is he a safety. I can't remember what position he plays. He's a very 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 elite player. I also really like Derrick Henry. He's probably the best running back in the NFL. And I also really like I uh, I think that there's a lot of potential for Traylon Burks as well. I think he has a high ceiling. I think there's a lot of upside to him. Now the Memphis Grizzlies, I've not been following much basketball this year. I normally watch the Memphis Grizzlies like crazy. I've just not had enough time, man. I like Ja Morant, and I know last year I liked Brandon Clark, even though I think he's a little bit of a bust. I don't know if he's still on the Grizzlies or not. I follow the games on my phone and I watch what I can. I think Jaren Jackson is still on the team too. I'm not sure. I don't know about a third guy though. I just haven't been able to watch as much basketball this year as I'd want to. And the Nashville Predators. Yeah, UC Saros he's kind of having a rough start to the season, but he's an elite goaltender, man. He can stop shots like nobody's business. I think that he could end up being the future, or we could probably run a couple years with him and then trade him and get a good fucking return back. UC Saros though looks really good. He's not looking great this year, but he is an elite goaltender. I just wish he'd had a better team in front of him. I also really like. I know he is not an elite defenseman or anything like that, but I like Mark Borowiecki. You know, he's tough, grit and sandpaper type of. He's the kind of guy you go out and get at the deadline for the playoffs, and he keeps the big fucking bruisers from hitting your star player. Like, if your star player is like fucking Connor McDavid or somebody like that, a guy like that goes out there and stops some fucking guy like Brad Marchand from going out there and injuring a guy like McDavid. But Mark Borowiecki and I mean, he is our franchise defense. Well, no. I picked a defenseman and a goaltender. I'm going to pick a forward. I like Tanner Janelle pretty well. Tanner Janelle is pretty good. He's a pretty physical player, and he can also put the puck in the net when he needs. I mean, he scored 20 goals last year. That's pretty good. He's definitely really good on that third, fourth line, bottom six role. I don't know if they bumped him up to the second line or not. I know he's a good bottom six player that can put in 20 goals. I mean, having a player like that on your team is really good. He's a solid grinder, man. He gets in the boards. He plays physical. He's tough. He can take hits. And an honorable mention, I would have to say, would be our franchise defenseman, Roman Josi, just because he's a franchise player. And he's, I think, one of the best defensemen, if not the best in the league. He may not be better than Cale Makar or anything like that, but he's pretty good. But Cale Makar is a fucking animal, though. Alright, so now I gotta go to the next post that I made. Let's see. Aha. So we got a couple questions here. So, Cult Classic Cage asks, something you like or own that people wouldn't expect of you. That is a good question. Damn, dude. Shut up. Damn, man, that's a good question. Give me a second here. Okay. So I got a joke one. I own Titanic on DVD. I don't really watch it, but I own it on DVD. Anyway, that out of the way. I actually own. I'm not really. I don't really believe in Christianity. I'm not really the biggest fan of Christianity, but for whatever reason, I own a Bible, and I don't know why. I've never it was given to me a long time ago before I ever really discovered, the dangers of organized religion and the frauds that come with it and whatnot. But I still own it. And I've never gotten rid of it. I don't know why. That must be a shocker for you guys. It's weird. It's weird. I don't really have anything to do with Christianity, but for some reason I own a Bible. It's interesting. All right, Dylan Wolf has 12 questions. Holy shit. All right, so this is a guy that's like a little brother to me, Dylan Wolf. I love him to death. Least favorite classic slasher franchise. Man, see, because my first instinct is to say Scream, but I don't really consider Scream a classic franchise. I know a lot of people would. To me, it's not good enough to be warranted it's not good enough to warrant a sticker that says classic on it. But if I had to pick, of the ones that I consider classic, I would have to say Child's Play. And it's not that I don't like Child's Play and I don't like Chucky. I do. I'm a Chucky fan. It's just I don't really like anything past Child's Play 3. I like Child's Play 1 a lot. I really, really, really like Child's Play 2. And Child's Play 3 I think is actually underrated, and I think it's a good movie. Anything after Child's Play 3 is trash to me. I can't do Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. There were moments in Curse and Cult of Chucky that I thought were okay. And the remake was, it was what it was. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't really good either. So I'd have to say Child's Play is probably my least favorite out of the classic ones. Worst film ever made. Holy shit. The Amazing Bulk. My friend Kurt, when I was doing the movie night with Zach things, which that could actually return before too long. But he sent that request in, and that is by far the worst pile of shit I've ever seen. The entire thing is shot on a damn green screen, and the effects just look absolutely just wow. The Amazing Bulk is just the worst movie I've ever seen. Now, a movie with a high budget, 10,000 BC. God, that movie was just fucking terrible. A terrible franchise with one really good film. Scream. I don't like the Scream movies, but Scream 3 is okay. I don't mind Scream 3. If this happens one more time, I'm going to be really pissed. Scream 3, I don't mind to watch Scream 3. I've come to appreciate the original one more. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I've learned to appreciate the original Scream more. Scream 2, I think, is the worst in the franchise. Scream 3 is really fun. I actually like Scream 3. Scream 4, was really underwhelmed with it. And Scream 5 was better than Scream 2, but I didn't think it was any good at all. Favorite horror comedy? Horror comedy? The Burbs with Tom Hanks. That's a horror comedy. Favorite non-horror franchise? Star Wars. Just love Star Wars. I can't get enough Star Wars. Now, favorite non-horror, non-Star Wars franchise. That's a tough one. I would have to say, Twilight. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck Twilight. I don't know why this computer is just doing everything it can to annoy me. I don't know. A favorite non-horror and non-Star Wars franchise? Damn, that's a tough one. I mean, damn, that's a tough one. I mean, I guess Star Wars would have to suffice, but I want to go a little bit trickier than that. I would say I really like the Jason Bourne franchise. I love the first three. I didn't like Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne, I saw that movie in theaters. I thought it was actually pretty good. It wasn't great, but yeah, the Jason Bourne movies, I am really a big fan of those. Favorite video game franchise? It changes all the damn time. The Batman Arkham series. I think that's a great series. Favorite retro video game, anything before the year 2000. Ooh. The original, no, not the original. The The original Medal of Honor, because I think Medal of Honor Underground came out in 2000 or 2001. I can't remember. The original Medal of Honor, though, my favorite retro video game. Favorite beer, for like mainstream beers, anything Guinness. I like the darker stout beers. And like this, there's also my favorite beer, which comes from this local brewery that's downtown in my hometown, called the Red Silo Brewery, and they got this beer called the First and Cedar IPA, and god damn, dude, that thing is so good, and they're dangerous because they got like a 10% alcohol percentage. I remember I drank like four of them, and I'm usually somebody that can handle beer pretty well, but I drank about four of them, and I could not get off my couch the next morning. It's just, I was hung the fuck over, dude. Favorite guitarist? Favorite guitarist. Jeez, dude. Okay, I really like, not, like, Matt Heafy from Trivium's a good guitar player, but the other guy, I don't know his name. He's pretty good. If he's one of my favorite guitar players, I should know his name, but he writes some, pretty tasty riffs, man. Gotta go with that other dude from Trivium. Or maybe Matt Heafy writing the riffs, I don't know. But whoever they, both of the guys from Trivium. Both the guys, Matt Heafy, who also sings, as well as the other guitar player. Black metal or death metal? Black metal now, but I used to prefer death metal. Tits or ass? Tits. I'm not even answering that last question. I know you're gonna be upset. All right, so we're on the two last questions. Phoebe's. Yeah, this is one of the ones I've been dreading. Phoebe's asks, is Michael Myers Jason Voorhees? No. And our last question is from Boobs Cereal. Oh god, no. Christ, not this guy. Boobs Cereal. What, I'm gonna read it exactly as it's written. What's is you favorite game in Ghost Recon? I like Turret Soldier with break to point inside of it. I love you. Will you please salvage us? My favorite game in the Ghost Recon franchise is probably Wildlands. And no, I will not salvage you. Or us, whatever. Oh no, we got a couple more. Whoops, we got a couple more. So, the Masked Man in Black says, stop making videos. But he puts a question mark at the end of it. Oh, okay, nice try. He did that to disguise that as a question. He put the question mark at the end to disguise it as a question. Yeah, it didn't work, bud. All right, and the last one is from Boss Beast, and he asks, what is your favorite Borderlands game? I actually don't really like the Borderlands games. I played the first one a long time ago, and then I never really picked up the rest of the games. I'll try to pick them up and play them, so I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be it for this Q&A, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If your question didn't get answered, which I think everybody who asked did, I'm sorry. But no, I think everybody's question got answered. Yeah, we did. I'm looking at them all right now. I answered them all. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys had a good day today, a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for the questions, man, and hopefully I can kickstart my ambition to come back and make videos again. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace.